Hey folks, today is Friday, November 12th, 2021. As usual, it's me, Metal Gear Solid shirt guy, here to talk about all the video game stuff that has been going on this week. There's a lot of news. It's a spicy week. So let's just jump in. The first thing is really cool. I've been excited to talk about this one. We got a new look at alpha gameplay for Lies of P. Now, we previously talked about this teaser trailer and the concept for it and just how weird it is, where it's like this grim, dark Pinocchio fairy tale story, but with more deliberate, challenging action RPG gameplay. And now we got a pretty damn good look at what it's gonna be like. You know, we got parrying, we got dodging, we got the weapons, we got boss battles. The enemy types are incredible. A lot of it is just dripping with really good gothic, spooky creepiness, which I am all about. This does seem to me, it gives me like spiritual successor to Bloodborne type vibes. The gameplay so far seems pretty satisfying. Again, we don't have like a date for this game yet, but this one has shot to the top of my radar because, yeah, I mean, like, you see it here. I'm gonna say something and some people are gonna get really mad. Yes, it's like a Soulsborne. I know, like, comparing things to Souls games are like a meme now, but like, look at this. This is inspired by that. It's carrying that forward, but I don't think that discounts anything. I think it looks awesome. Now with this next news, believe it or not, we get to talk about one of my favorite things ever, Batman. All right, it's me, the Stuff Goblin here, back with all my stuff I buy. Batman is in the news specifically because of some leaked concept art. This is really sweet and kind of unexpected. So this is seemingly what has been billed by a lot of people as like a follow-up to Arkham Knight that was canceled. For a lot of people who follow this stuff closely, there was actually like apparently, according to reports, take it with a grain of salt, but we've heard about this a lot, right? You've heard about this, right? This WB Montreal Damian Wayne game that was going to take place like way after everything. It was canceled, but what we have here seemingly is concept art from it, and it looks crazy. So we got a Damian Wayne Batman concept, which is pretty interesting. It looks like it's got like little Batman Beyond vibes, but it's like own whole thing. Then we have some really cool Bat Cycle concepts, but then can we just say we got like bearded Batman?
It looks so cool.
Batman beard. So cool. Put that in a game. Put that in anything. So we will link this concept art down in the description. The way people have followed it and traced it, it was concept art work done for a project, but unfortunately it never became anything. Still, it was really cool. For the love of Batman, we just wanted to share. So let me put my guys to bed here. Come on. Also, in a surprise turn of events, the Grand Theft Auto Trilogy remaster re-release thing that dropped yesterday has been delisted from Rockstar's PC storefront.
I thought the launcher was broken.
So the launcher was broken, like when the game started to launch. Like we got to play it earlier on, but as the day went on, the launcher kind of broke, and now what it seems like they did is they took it down. They put out a statement, like a support thing. It is temporarily down, and it kind of like removed mention of it. But interestingly enough, this also comes with a lot of people reporting a lot of issues with this new version of the classic games. I put out a before you buy yesterday on it, and yeah, it's got some issues. I think a casual fan looking for nostalgia can still have some fun, but I think a lot of people, like, if we're watching this, you know, we're discerning gamers, there's some technical problems that are really unfortunate. So, for right now, with the fact that you can't buy the old games on PC right now, and then you can't buy the new one on PC right now, like, what's going on? We're hoping they put it back on soon, but aside from that, we're hoping that this thing really gets fixed and patched. I'll link our before you buy it down in the description below. Thank you guys if you watch that. I try and always do this thing where I can be critical about a game without like just being like that stereotypical ranting gamer. If you appreciate that type of content, we're trying to be thoughtful here. Thank you. That's it. Soapbox over. Hey, next up, this episode's brought to you by our longtime sponsor, Raycon. Now, these premium wireless earbuds are everywhere because they start at about half the price of other premium wireless earbuds, but they look, sound, and feel just as good. Check out their mains, the everyday earbuds. They're affordable, and they just got a design refresh, so I got a new pair. They've got a slick, more smooth design to them this time. It's got a little hook on the carrying case. It charges via USB-C and wireless charging now. And they fit even better now, which is great because I usually wear them outside, and they come with a bunch of different gel tips to kind of customize your perfect fit. They pair nice and easy with Bluetooth. It has about an 8-hour playtime with 32-hour full lifetime once you count the charge and carrying case. They pair nice and easy with Bluetooth. They have 8 hours of playtime and a 32-hour battery life when you count the charge and carrying case. It's got a built-in mic so you can take calls with the press of a button, even though you're the only person that ever calls me and I don't even answer. I'm sorry.
Yeah, thanks.
If you want to check them out, there's a 45-day happiness guarantee. So click the link in the description box down below or go to buyraycon.com/gameranks to unlock exclusive offers up to 20% off your Raycon order. And thanks to Raycon for sponsoring our videos. But of course, along with that, it wouldn't be a week without a video game delay. Every week I mention it. And no, I'm not excited. Somebody was making fun of me that I was like getting excited for these. I'm not, but it just does feel like this weird segment. So right now, what we have delayed is the Steam Deck, which I am pissed about. I'm not pissed. Like, take your time. It's fine. Steam sent an email to everybody who had this thing pre-ordered or pre-reserved or like we're in a line or something. I don't know what they're doing. So depending on when you got your order in, basically they're all moving to next year, first quarter of next year. Because of hardware shortages and just all the logistics and shipping problems going on throughout, not just the United States, but the world right now. So whatever, Valve, take your time. At least now December is getting a little quieter and we can wind down and catch up on some games, right? Along with that, a smaller thing, hardware that I was really looking forward to, the Playdate, which is that kind of experimental indie dev Game Boy style device with creative new games on it, that has also been pushed into next year. It was like back-to-back hits on things that we had pre-ordered. Bummer. What are you gonna do? Now, this week, some Elden Ring news as well. That was a loud clap. Wow. So Elden Ring has been popping up a lot in the news this week. You may have seen some of it because people were able to, some very chosen people have gotten the email and been able to access a technical test version of the game and play through a couple little segments. And some of the press outlets have some really good previews. A lot of people have shared some thoughts. I'll link some down in the description, but it's pretty cool seeing the game in action. It's pretty much kind of what I expected. The world does seem really big. The summons look pretty satisfying. Along with that, we also got some looks at the character classes that I'll link in the description down below. Like, there's just a little bit more information coming out about it if you're looking for it, because for so long there was a drought of Elden Ring. We just had that one stupid cinematic trailer we had to repeat over and over again in our videos. You remember that? What a pain in the ass. Now, all the info you want is there, so have fun, kids. But in other news, Starfield is in the news because Bethesda is celebrating their whole Skyrim anniversary thing. So Todd Howard, who everybody now apparently hates, did an interview and said a couple of things, a couple little updates about Starfield that are pretty interesting. He said that the game is pretty much, and I quote, set in stone. It's playable from beginning to end. He outlined little bits of the RPG stuff, like you're going to be able to create your own character. You're going to be able to choose their pronouns. The game is going to have dialogue reacting to you differently depending on what type of person you create. Typical RPG stuff, really, but still, it's cool to know that that is in the game. I wonder how far Starfield is going to lean into like choices and decisions and that type of stuff mattering. Still, if you want to read the interview and just check out this information, it's good stuff. It'll be linked in the description down below. But hey, along with that, we got some things linked in the description below, some trailers and videos and stuff you may have missed. The first is kind of like a wrap-up, a summary of the new Skyrim Anniversary Edition, because yep, they're putting it out again. They've done it. They've sold Skyrim a bajillion million times, but now they're going for a gajillion majillion. I don't know what to say other than that there is some interesting new content if you're curious. There is an upgrade path to this. And they're also doing like a cool concert. I like music, so yeah. Along with that, Jurassic World Evolution 2 is launching this week, so we've linked a launch trailer for that. That's something I'm looking forward to finding time to jump into because I really like the first game. And Forza, the full release for Forza Horizon 5 is now, so we linked a trailer for that. Our Before You Buy is also linked. If you're into racing, highly recommend it. Also, if you're still playing Marvel's Avengers, we got our first genuine look at Spider-Man being added to the game, and he looks really cool. If you're into this stuff, the details will be linked. If you're not into this stuff, play Guardians of the Galaxy. That one's super underrated. And along with that, Battlefield 2042 is rolling out. Like, you can access the game earlier if you pre-order it, if you're crazy like that. So people are jumping in, but as a reminder, it does come out next week. So keep your eyes peeled. Opinions still seem kind of mixed on it. I'm curious to see where that's going to go. Also, a little fun thing. This was from Monday, so you may have caught this or you may have missed it. But we had N7 Day, the Mass Effect Day, and BioWare celebrated by putting out a little teaser image for the next Mass Effect. And, you know, I know people had their issues with Andromeda and stuff, but this image still kind of makes me excited. It says Mass Effect will return. You got a little crater kind of hinting at like a Geth. Krogan confirmed. If you zoom in, that's got to be a Krogan. That's a big boy. So this is cool. I don't know. It's nice and simple. Just a little tiny thing to spark joy in the universe. I don't know. Anyway, moving on. One last thing in terms of sparking joy in the universe. I want to link this. This is from Residents of Evil. This is a PS1 demake, a PS1 version of Resident Evil 4. And it is incredible. Look at this. From Leon's character model to the enemy types, to the locations, the environments, to the atmosphere. This is awesome. We share these a lot of times, you know, like people have done demakes of popular games and fun little videos. But this one, I think maybe I'm just a diehard, like I'm a big Resident Evil fan, but this one's on another level. So we will link the full video below. They got a bunch of goodies there. So if you want to go check them out, definitely do. That video needs more views. Tell them I sent you. Tell them Jake sent you. Just shout out to Resident Evil. God, I love it. Anyway, that's a news show. A lot of stuff to talk about this week. I want to hear from you guys. I'm sure everybody's going to be yelling about Grand Theft Auto, the trilogy. I really hope they fix it, or I really hope something comes of that. But I still am kind of having fun just playing Vice City. Let me know what you guys think, though. Also, are there any other games that you have your eye on this week? Are you jumping into Battlefield 2042? Also, in terms of that Lies of P game, like, am I overdoing it? I think that looks really awesome.
Because it does.
It does.
Yeah.
But trailers can be deceiving. You never know. If you don't know, now you know. I want to hear from you guys. Definitely let us know what you're thinking. And of course, our pinned comment. We want to hear what you're playing this week for our video research purposes. So hit us with that. But we'll be in the comments. Things get a little crazy. So if you want to yell at me directly, of course, I'm always on Twitter and Instagram at Jake Baldino and youtube.com/Jake Baldino, where I go more in depth after before you buys about specific games and movies and stuff. But thank you guys for being here every Friday. We really appreciate it. We're here every Friday. We're never leaving. So all you got to do to help us out is, I think, click the like button. YouTube is changing the like-dislike button thing. I don't know what's happening anymore. Just thanks for watching. I'm Jake Baldino. See you guys next week. Have a great weekend. Pizza's on me.